Okay, so Danny, 2 games left to go. How confident are you at this point that you can still finish in the top four and get a home playoff game?
I think I'm very excited because it's the last 2 games and we're in a good spot. Obviously, we're trying to get a home playoff match, and I think the team is very motivated, and so am I. And I think as a whole we're very excited for the game.
Dani, ¿cómo estás?
Yeah.
¿Qué se siente jugar contra Nuevo México? Una rivalidad que ya la has experienciado este año. ¿Qué se siente jugar en casa y ellos buscando un lugar en la postemporada y ustedes tratando de conseguir un juego en casa? ¿Qué se siente jugar contra ellos?
Sí, creo que, como lo dijiste, ese juego es muy importante para nosotros por la rivalidad que ha sido aquí con este club, y para nosotros estamos muy contentos de poder tener un juego así. Sabemos lo que tenemos que hacer, hemos estado trabajando muy fuerte y no podemos esperar para encontrar contra ellos y ojalá ganar el juego.
En los últimos juegos no se han podido conseguir la victoria, pero sí por lo menos un empate, unos puntos. ¿Qué le falta al equipo en estos últimos juegos para conseguir 3 puntos?
Sí, creo que el equipo ha estado muy enfocado y obviamente cuando el otro equipo nos anota un gol primero a nosotros es cuando batallamos un poquito, pero creo que esto nos demuestra que cuando el equipo está junto y podemos seguir los 90 minutos, podemos conseguir un empate, y creo que en cuestión de qué podemos hacer más para anotar los goles, empezar más del inicio, empezar con más alta intensidad, y creo que eso nos ha estado ayudando y estamos listos para el juego que viene.
¿Qué tanta atención le estás poniendo a los líderes de goleo? ¿Estás entre los primeros 5? ¿Qué tanto estás viendo eso?
Sí, creo que obviamente ese es un premio grande, ¿verdad? Pero para mí, sinceramente, es más importante poder ganar como equipo. Para mí, yo siempre he sido uno de los liderazgos en cualquier liga que he jugado, pero sinceramente para mí lo importante, y estoy muy motivado para ganar en equipo. Así que nos faltan 2 juegos, nos metemos a playoffs y a buscar el gane, y todos saben que es lo que queremos ganar.
Hi Danny, this has statistically been your best season yet. How come it's been so productive?
I think a little bit of it is my motivation. Obviously, coming into a second season, you have higher expectations. That's how it was for me. And I always want to do better than my last season. So I think for me this season, it's been a grind. Obviously, learning from my coaches, from my teammates, just being able to take it game by game. And I think I've been doing that, and I've been successful.
Obviously, you and Manu are close, are one of the record breakers. When do you guys become aware that you might be able to set a record?
Honestly, I don't even know if we could set a record. I just know that he has good goals. I have some goals too, and I think the more we're able to contribute to the team, it's going to keep on helping us, and maybe we reach those records that are reachable.
How do you guys think you complement each other?
I think Manu's a player that combines well and is able to adjust to some players. So I think me playing with him, we talk a lot and try to understand each other. So I think that's what's been very important. These next games coming up, we've honestly talked a lot because we know there's 2 games, and obviously him being a big piece with myself also being a big piece. We want to make sure that we're able to give the team the best of ourselves, and I'm excited.
How important is that partnership between the two of you in these next 2 games and in your recent rise up the table?
Yeah, I think it's very important because obviously we want to win, and we're at a situation where we're in playoffs, but we're trying to get a match here at home. So I think it's going to be important for us to be in our A game, but also take all the other guys with us to follow us and use them to help us as well.
Lastly, at the end of last season, obviously, decided to come from here, from Vegas. What drew you to Phoenix Rising?
I think what drew me to Phoenix Rising is just, it's not a secret. You look at Phoenix Rising, and this is a team that has a lot of goals. They want to always be at the top of the table. They always want to be in playoffs. It's mandatory for them to win. So for me as a player, that's where you want to be. You want to be at a club where you're not comfortable. You're always going to be pushed. You're always going to be asked for more. And for me, this is what it's been here. Every day we're challenged, and that's what's good about it.
Danny, tú y Manuel son un gran dúo. ¿Qué crees que ha ayudado a cómo ustedes han ayudado a este equipo?
Sí, creo que yo y Manuel hemos estado muy enfocados en ayudar como sea al equipo, y él me ayuda mucho y yo le ayudo mucho, y creo que cuando los dos nos juntamos y a hacer el trabajo de lo que el equipo nos ocupe, han estado haciendo muy bien y la verdad para mí estar en el campo con una persona como él, obviamente para mí tiene mucho talento y me ha ayudado mucho en mi fútbol, he aprendido mucho de él también y he estado contento y obviamente con metas de lograr.
Y vienes de México, ¿por qué Phoenix Rising?
Sí, vengo de México y creo que Phoenix Rising me ha gustado bastante por la forma de cómo es el equipo. El equipo siempre quiere ganar, siempre quiere estar arriba y para mí como jugador yo quiero aprender y quiero seguir adelante y creo que Phoenix Rising es el lugar donde me ha dado esa oportunidad y seguir por más.
As you approach sort of your first playoff win with the Phoenix Rising, why do you feel as if this team has a chance to sort of win it all?
Yeah, I think it's not a secret that when this team is playing at their best, we're able to play against any team, and honestly, we're able to go through any team, you know. And I think we've shown that this season. Obviously, with some challenges that the team is new and a lot of new faces, I think we've done a great job on getting together with one another. And I think you know what we got to keep doing is just continue to play for one another and keep working hard. And I think the goal is obvious. We want to take it game by game, but I think we're able to accomplish things. But not getting too ahead of ourselves. We got one game ahead of us right now, and that is New Mexico, and that's what we're going to look forward to.
So, what message would you like to convey or show the fans and supporters who have sort of been eagerly waiting for this playoff run? I know last season was the first time your club didn't make it. So, what is the message to these fans?
Yeah, I think obviously Phoenix Rising has made playoffs, but without them, it's hard. You know, we obviously see their support, and we think it's very helpful, and we appreciate their support, and we hope to keep getting it each game. You know, obviously we're only 2 games away from playoffs, so we can't wait. Hopefully, we get that home playoff match, and we could pack the house and keep going.
So, I know that you're sort of 2 games still away from the playoffs, but what are sort of your personal goals and aspirations for the playoffs? I know, obviously, it being your first year with the club. And how do you plan to contribute to the team's success in the pursuit of a USL championship?
Yeah, my personal goals for me have always been grow myself, like grow my game, continue to develop my game and get better. With that being said, I think as a team, this is a team sport. So when all of us are able to help each other, that's when we're able to accomplish more things. So we're excited to get to this point. We get this next 2 games and we get to a playoff match, and honestly, we can't wait.
You look to this weekend now. Obviously, it's not just an important one in terms of playoff seeding, but coming up against a rival. What's that like for a player preparing for a big game against a rival?
Yeah, I think it makes it a little bit more important knowing that obviously we're fighting for a home playoff match, and obviously as a player, you always want to make sure that you're ready for any situation that your team needs, and you're able to help the team accomplish that win, which is what we're looking for.
Already faced as a team New Mexico twice this season. What have you seen from them in those previous games?
Yeah, I think New Mexico is a team that obviously they get excited when they want to play Phoenix out, you know. So for us is make sure that we match that, and I think based on training, we're very excited to play New Mexico as well, you know. And for us to have them here at home, we honestly can't wait.
Nice to play them on a football pitch instead of a baseball field.
100%, yeah, we're excited.
So, it's the last question for me. How have you and your teammates been preparing mentally for the high-stake games ahead?
Yeah, I think a lot of it starts from us at training every day and the goals we set up within ourselves. You know, I think what's been very important with this group is a lot of us sit down with one another and just talk about what's coming and what can we do to help each other. You know, so I think for me being a part of this is what I feel like. I'm excited and I'm happy that this team is able to have situations like that, you know, where you sit with any player and you guys are talking about how can we get the wins, you know, how can we have a better relationship in the field. So we're doing things like that, and obviously, you know, Coach Juan has done a great job also on making sure we stay on track and continue to move forward, you know.